You already know what it's about to be. Hey, this is one of them ones. Tonight, this one of them ones. Y'all better get in here. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. Y'all better get ready. Tonight, one of them ones. Hey, tonight's one of them ones. Go get your mom and them. Go get everybody. Relationships, business, empowerment, and culture. The all-star roster at KBLA Talk 1580 has you covered. That's what it's all about. Be sure to follow us on all our socials for our latest book releases, op-eds, essays, and commentaries from our hosts. And, of course, download the KBLA 1580 app as we strive to remain your most trusted, credible, and reliable source for the issues you care about. This is unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. What up, baby? Hey, so I'm calling your show 'cause I need to know. Andy, can you close that? I'm sorry. Can you close that? Okay, hold on a second. I forgot to close it. Sorry. Let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on because it takes a tango, and I need to hear his side of the story. So we can see the light, see the light. So what do I mean by the secret spells of the English language? Well, let me share with you what I call our premier life sentence. And it goes something like this. We awake each morning and go off during the weekdays to earn the living at various jobs and undertakings until we come to the weekend. And this seems perfectly acceptable to most people. However, more people die between 6 and 9 on a Monday morning than any other time of the week. So I do what I call a translation of the English language, and I spell that Trance, with the idea that words cast spells. So when you translate that life sentence, you remember that awake is a funeral party for the dead. Mourning is the state you're in when you attend a wake. And you would have to be in a weekdays to earn the living, since urns are for the ashes of the dead. We call our jobs undertakings. job itself is a Hebrew word for persecuted. And what we get at the end of this perverse bargain with life is the weak end of the deal as we become progressively weakened ourselves. And so our most prevalent greeting to each other is hello, the reverse of which is, oh, hell. And at first, I suspected the hands of collusion entangling the language to foster illusion. And I think it's quite true that a culture's theology has a great deal to do with the word's etymology and how it evolves over time to combine incompatible meanings that may undermine the original thoughts it was meant to define. But now, I don't think it's planned, for the thing that I've found is that like concepts can gravitate toward the same sound and vibrate at the rate that our thoughts designate. Because words are electromagnetic vibrations whose fine alphabetic tintinnabulations can take on the tint of our true expectations, which they then imprint on our metal of mind, causing sounds to adhere when they're of the same kind.
Ooh, oh, it's Monday. You thought I'm alive. I'm dead. I'm looking at you. I'm asleep. I'm up. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason back in the building. You thought I was finna play with you this Monday. Well, I'm not. Woo, that was Laurel Arica. Ooh, Laura Arica, who is breaking down the etymology of the words we speak. Words cast spells. This is why they call it spelling. Now you running around. Here you go. Here you go. You want to run around and say, I deserve better. See, you don't know nothing about the spiritual process of relating. When am I going to get a better person? When you speak better to yourself. Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, no. You don't even know the word. You don't even know what the words mean that you're using. Tonight's topic. Toxic manifestation. Are your prayers and meditation for a better life and relationship being contaminated by your fear and anxiety? By your lack of understanding of the words you are using? Gosh, are the words you're using preventing you from getting what you asked for? Listen, are the words you're using preventing you from getting what you asked for? Even deeper, are the words you're using preventing you from gaining understanding? Because remember, the good book said, in all you're getting, get understanding. Are the words you're using, because you don't know what they actually mean, are they casting a spell that prevents you from having what you want? Can prayer/meditation that is free from anxiety, i.e. fear, get us out of fight or flight mode? Ooh. Does your unchecked/unregulated anxiety weaken the power of your prayers and or meditation? I know y'all not ready tonight. I know you're not ready tonight. You've been telling yourself you're not worthy. You've been telling yourself that you're not enough. You've been telling yourself that you're ugly. You've been telling yourself that you don't deserve a certain thing. You've been telling yourself that if you get the right person, your self-esteem will go up. You've been casting negative spells against yourself. 1-800-920-1580. 1-800-920-1580. I want you to call in and share the negative words you have cast against yourself. I want you to call in and tell me how you beat yourself down. I want you to tell me how you have cast a spell. You are the Merlin of your life. Oh, you are the Nostradamus of your life. You are the word magi, the word magician of your life. You have condemned yourself to a limited life because you have limited thoughts. You don't understand the power of thought, word, and deed. Sometimes your deed is courageous, but your thoughts and your words are cowardice. So it don't manifest the way you want it to. 1-800-920-1580. 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines this evening. I want to talk to you. True or false? Prayer and meditation are highly effective in lowering our reactivity to traumatic and negative events. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. There's empirical research out there that says this is true. But guess what? You don't realize that prayer is nonstop. As long as your mind is thinking, you are in prayer. I know you never thought of it that way, have you? As long as your mind is working, you are casting spells. Now, are they liberating spells or are they incarcerating spells? You're listening to the Voice of Reason live on KBLA Talk 1580. If you don't know what it is, you're going to find out this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, when I come forward, I'm going to the phone lines because they're already cracking. If you want to get involved, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. I said, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. 1-800-920-1580. The Voice of Reason about to take off.
The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to the Voice of Reason.
Y'all ready? Hit that like button.
Aisha Cairo here, KBLA, live at Chase Bank on Crenshaw and Vernon for the In This Together tour with female business owners, a day of empowerment, community panels, and best of all, tips on building business from marketing to capital. Today, I was able to speak with Ola Wadivia, VP of Women on the Move. Hi, Ola. Tell me a bit about this initiative by JP Morgan Chase, founded in 2013. Women on the Move is a center of
Let's go.
JP Morgan Chase and our global DEI organization.
Let's go.
Equity and inclusion. What's really awesome about Chase's approach is that all of our centers of excellence, and there are 7 of them, focus on different demographic groups, is that we're really focusing on what's happening internally.
Everybody hit that like button. No reason to not hit the like button. It's far too few people in here not to hit the like button. The like button don't cost nothing. The like button is free. Get those likes up. Ghetto Gourmet, man, we need this today. Ghetto Gourmet, thank you, brother. We need the $200 today. We need the $200 today. I need it. I need it. I need it. I need y'all to go to my website, Mr. Zowat, and order your He Is Risen. Order your Gold Dust. Order my 2 copies. The Shrouded Lighthouse and the Holographic Relationship is available on my website, MrZowat.com. We can't play now. Now ain't the time. I need y'all to show up. When I say this is call to action, I need y'all to show up. Go to my website and purchase my book. Can all my moderators do it? Can all the visitors that are in here please go there and purchase my books? The Holographic Relationship as well as the Shrouded Lighthouse. I'm going to the post office tomorrow, so I'll be shipping them out as soon as tomorrow. I need to see y'all activity today, though. I need you to get busy today. Your brother is in dire need of your support tonight. I need your help. We got to hit that benchmark. We got to get these books. Please, please, please support all of the brands and products that I got on deck today. It matters more than ever today. I need y'all today. If y'all ever wanted to support me, today is the day.
In the March in Washington, been published in major news outlets, and been elected to city council. Long before she was mayor, Karen Bass started the program when she founded the Community Coalition.
Today is the day.
Donate, volunteer, or enroll a student.
Today is the day. I need y'all.
Please visit cocsouthla.org. cocsouthla.org.
And no music. We're trying not to get dinged on YouTube. Ain't nobody praying. Come on, co-host. My playlist is my co-host. Kendrick Lamar, Feel. Ain't nobody praying for me. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason returns on a Monday. Get the week started right. Toxic word spells are the words you're using preventing you from getting what you asked for. Huh? Nobody taught you the meaning of words. Nobody taught you that. And here you are. That's right, Fred Dorsey in the chat. Fred Dorsey said you're preying on yourself instead of praying for yourself. Oh, Lord. P-R-E-Y. You are preying on yourself instead of praying for yourself. Oh, my goodness. 1-800-920-1580. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Uncle Bobby, Los Angeles, California. Get in here, Bobby.
Man, look at here, bro. This is an important topic. I'm glad that you decided this evening to go in this direction, because what the world needs now is some clarity as to how we go about managing our thoughts and our lives and being the captains of our own ship. So I salute you, brother, for coming at us with a subject matter that I think is difficult to cover in one show, but you're off to a flying start, and congratulations.
Man, I love you, big bro, man. And you know, anytime, man, let's get together and sit down, man.
We'll do that, man. Meanwhile, go through your emotions here, man, because you got a heater tonight, that's for sure.
Thank you, Uncle Bobby. We appreciate it. Bobby brought Los Angeles in the building. If you want to bring your city in the building, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. We was growing up. We were being shamed and called weird. We were growing up and being shamed and called weirdos. Look at that weirdo over there. What a crazy looking kid. That kid is a weirdo. Something is wrong with that child. Hey, weird, from its etymological root, not the dictionary, but from its word origin. Circa 1400, having the power to control one's fate. From weird, it's a noun. From Old English, weird, W-Y-R-D. Fate, chance, fortune, destiny, the fates. Literally, that which comes from the Proto-Germanic worthiz, W-U-R-T-H-I-Z, worthiz, also of Old Saxon word, W-U-R-D, word, Old High German, wort, W-U-R-T, fate, Old Norse, yor, fate, one of the three Norns. You better understand something. Somebody called you a weirdo, they paid you a compliment. Somebody called you a weirdo, they paid you a compliment. How can you pray correctly when you don't know what the words mean? You might be manifesting a demon, unbeknownst to you. You might be manifesting a limitation unbeknownst to you. And then you're 52 at home, lonely, because you done spoke so much negativity, so many negative spells in your life. Then you wonder why, I'll just sit here, wait on God. I just sit here and wait on. You can't wait on God until you understand that you are a reflection of God. You are in a relationship with God. You just don't know how to use your superpower. It's just like that old television show, The Greatest American Superhero. The greatest American superhero was chosen by aliens, and they gave him a special suit. This is back in the 80s, a white man with curly hair. They gave him a special suit. But what happened was he lost the instructions on how to operate the suit. So he was a superhero, but he didn't know all his powers. See, let me tell you something. You and God are inseparable, but somebody told you y'all was different. Somebody told you use a little g, even though the ancient Hebrew doesn't have case letters like English. Somebody told you you were less than. So you started to walk as less than. You started to live as less than. And this is one of the reasons you hide, huh? You hide behind your accomplishments. You hide behind your degrees. You hide behind your work. You hide behind your money, your bank account. This is why you're broke, really. You're broke spiritually because somebody told you you different than God. This is why you don't manifest the love you want, because you ain't been taught how to love self. But we're going to get to it tonight. Huh? Huh? What about that paprika? We're going to get to it tonight. How are anxiety and your prayers related? What's the difference between prayer and meditation? Does praying get rid of anxiety? What is the spiritual power of words? What invalidates the words in your prayer? Huh? Huh? While praying, this is deep. While praying, can it be said that your fear, ego, and your shadow and your and your unembraced shadow work becomes the intercessor and narrator for your prayer? Let me read it again. I know you ain't heard it quite like that, but I'm here to speak on it this evening. While praying, can it be said that your fear, ego, and unembraced shadow work become the intercessor / narrator of your prayers? How can you get what you want when you don't even know how to operate one of our most effective tools, which is communication? Is this why you're misunderstood? Huh? Is this why you can't? You got some people that don't even want to talk, that don't even want to share their fears, and they don't even know the language. They don't even know how to speak. 1-800-920-1580. Get to your phone lines. We about to cook. I see the lines are popping already. Who's been on the longest? Sean, Oakland, California. Get in here.
Bring me down to no one. Bring me down. My level is higher. I'm telling you, you've got to believe in yourself, number one. But the only way you really believe in yourself is that your actions, you're doing the best you can in this crazy world. And, I do believe, once again, I'm not religious, but I believe God is the universe. I'm not an atheist. And I do believe that prayer is super powerful. Your words are very powerful. And you borrow from other people's perspective. That doesn't mean you're ripping them off. Hey, if someone gives you a little wisdom, take it. Take it and build your confidence with it and carry it on and pass it on. Because that's how we grow as a person, as an individual. And you know what that does is it helps everyone around us. That's that positive, what I would call positive energy. I'm one of those people all the time, like, who wake up in the morning, I'm like, good morning. You know why? Because I want to start the day that way. And then I'm going to try to carry it on, even though, yes, I'm not Pollyanna. I know we have crap go on all day long. We got negative stuff happen all day long. But I am going to make something good out of it. I'm going to solve that problem. Or if I can't solve the problem, I'm going to work on solving that problem. And that's what I mean about confidence. You can't break me down. You can't do anything to harm my confidence.
Man, I love it, Sean. Thank you for calling in and sharing your insight. We appreciate you, good brother. You brought Oakland, California. Los Angeles is in the building. And now Oakland is in the building. What city will be next? Get in here. 1-800-920-1580. Fred, Northridge, California. Let me holla at you. Fred? Fred? Fred. You got to say his name like Fred. Okay, we'll come back to you, Fred. You got to call back because you're not answering. 1-800-920-1580. Nazarene X, Atlanta, Georgia. Get in here.
You doing all right?
What's up, brother?
Ain't nothing too much, man. I love tonight's topic, bro. Heavy. I'm big on the words, man. One key thing to me, I had like this, like a life verse, right? That comes from Psalms 31:17. Mm-hmm. And for me, it resonated with my soul. That really got down to the importance of us all acknowledging and honoring our voice and expressing that without shame.
Mm-hmm.
So the scripture basically, it says something to the effect of like, "Oh Lord, let me not be ashamed, for I've called upon thee. You know, let the wicked be ashamed and let them be silent in the grave."
Mm.
And I've always found that one to be really heavy, because whether you're speaking it aloud or even those voices that you might feel, you know, you're hearing inside your mind or your heart or whatnot, it's like everything has power to communicate to you, and you have power to communicate just the same. But when you don't take ownership of that power to choose what you communicate or what you're giving your energy into or what you're paying attention to, that's where you're robbing yourself of your greatness, in my opinion.
Let's
So I think it's
wait.
important.
Wait, I can't let you move past that. I can't let you, boy, listen to me now. Listen. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what the negative or adverse communication styles how intensified they can be when you don't understand the words you're using? Like the combative style or the competitive style or the anxious avoidant communication style. Can you imagine how bad that communication can be when you don't know the spells and the words that you are using to come out your mouth? Can you imagine how they are intensified by that lack of knowledge? Can you speak to that?
Already, I think a lot of those times, like when it's like we're echoing that negative voice that we have felt subjected to, and we don't even realize it. Like it's fear, it's condemnation, it's like just it's like if you were growing up and you were told you're never good enough, or even if you, for whatever reason, you got
Wait. Hold on. I can't let you move forward. You got to stick with me right here. You got to stick with me. When we come forward, we going back to Atlanta, Georgia, because the fire is on tonight. I don't know who got me on this, but the fire is on tonight. The Voice of Reason is live on KBLA Talk 1580. We got a lot to talk about. Your brother in here turned up. Who's ordering the Shrouded Lighthouse? Who's ordering the Shrouded Lighthouse? It's 62 people in here. Can we get 20 orders from this chat room? Can I get 20 orders to ship out tomorrow? Everybody go to my website, Mr. ZoWhat.com. Everybody, go to my website. Go to my website, order your copy of The Shrouded Lighthouse or The Holographic Relationship. Go there right now. Go there right now. Everybody, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. You already see what it is. You already see what it is. And you know what? After the song, video number 3. That's the floater. Goal-minded. Come on, y'all. Support your brother, man. If I'm your brother, you shouldn't be afraid to support me. If I'm your brother, you shouldn't be afraid to have my back. Let's go. If I'm your brother. The Rebirth of Seeds is out of print. Now, I still have it. I still have the format to be able to print it out. But it costs money to be a self-published author. That's a $10,000 undertaking that I don't have right now. I don't have the 10 grand to press up 3,000 copies. and repackage it and put it back out. I don't have the disposable bread to do that right now. But this is why I'm pressing so hard on other projects. You understand? I'm pressing. Buy the books that are out. Support it. Support it. It's 60 people. Everybody could drop $5. Let's do it. This is why Ghetto Gourmet be so salty. He's salty and for good reason. And Ghetto Gourmet, he operate like a soldier. We all need soldiers. He operates like a soldier. He's saying, if y'all on the team, be on the team. If y'all 10 toes down, I don't want to see one pinky toe up. That's how Ghetto Gourmet process this. If you say you down, show you down. That's what Ghetto Gourmet saying. You understand? If you squad, don't get odd when it's time for you to support what we all trying to do. That's all he's saying. But I'm also adding the balance to that. And the balance is some people just ain't got it. And if you ain't got it, it's okay. And you know what else is okay? Let me tell you what else is okay. It's okay you not having to say publicly, I ain't got it. That's okay too. That's all. Because there's some people who might be ashamed or embarrassed about not having it. Listen, you're under no obligation to say, I ain't got it. No, you good. You straight. We not tripping at all. But I understand where Ghetto Gourmet is coming from. Ghetto Gourmet, to be honest, Ghetto Gourmet, you know, he got a lot of skin in the game. If you look, I wish I could see a ledger. If you look at what Ghetto Gourmet contributes on a regular, you know, it's more than respectable. And when I say respectable, I mean just respect in the sense that he's doing it. So it ain't nothing but love. Suge Mac 510 always hit us with a green, with a five spot. And it ain't nothing but love. It ain't nothing but appreciation. You understand? If you ain't got it, you ain't got to worry about it. How about that? – 30 seconds. Ooh.
Let me give you a quick example about the maritime law, the law of water, the law of the sea. Money is water by law. So when a ship, this is why all ships are female. By law, all ships, rocket ship, sailing ship, air ship, it doesn't matter. If it's a ship, it's female.
Right.
Because the captain always refers to his ship as she. She's a good ship, or she's done this. Why she? Because she delivers the product.
Like the
Without
vessel.
she, there is no product, right?
It's a vessel. It's a whole,
Of course it is a vessel. So is your body. It's a vessel that produces a product.
Right.
So when the ship pulls into harbor, it stops, and where it parks is called its berth. It's berthing a ship, or she sits in her berth. And every item on that ship, coming out that ship, is money. It's money changing hands.
Right.
And it came in on water. So it's called. So every piece has to have what is called a certificate of manifest, because she is sitting in her berth. That's why when you were born,
I had a birth.
your mother's water broke. You were inside a container of water. Her water broke, and you came out, and therefore you have to have a birth certificate.
Wow.
And it's got to be signed by the dock, because that's where the ship is sitting, because the dock is where the ship sits.
It's funny.
So once you begin to see how the words and terms are all based on maritime admiralty, the law of water, the cash flow, the liquid asset.
Just in English, the dock, the water.
Yeah, of course. Well, of course. It goes all the way back to the English or British domination of the seas.
Oh.
And so when the British began to dominate the seas, the Knights Templar Masonic Order of the Knights Templars, who had been in the middle of Asia, came back into Western Eastern Europe, brought all of these concepts, and it was developed into a commercial system of words and terms and symbols which are used in courts and government and corporations. You know your body as a corporation? No, that's a whole story. We could talk for hours on this, but your body is a corporation.
Of cells, you mean?
No. It's called, and by law, your body, your physical body is a corporation. And so when you die, you're a corpse. Because when you're living, you're a corporation. You are a business. And hanging out with that person is bad business. Or who I hang out with is none of your business.
Right.
Because your body is a business. And so you say, well, what you're doing with her or him is bad business.
Right.
But, of course, if you get married and she's very wealthy, you say she's a good stock. Right? Words and terms are based on maritime admiralty, the law of water. And so that's why when you go into a court, you have a fence and a gate. The people sit out here and the judge sits inside. The gate is called a floodgate. When you go through the canal, you have a floodgate.
Right.
So when you're sitting out here, you're in the law of the land. The judge has no control or no jurisdiction over the people sitting out here. No jurisdiction whatsoever.
Right, because it's outside the gate.
That's outside the gate.
Right.
That's on land.
Right.
But when you walk past that gate, now you're in hot water. And someone's going to have to bail you out.
Bail, yeah.
Okay.
Did you write a book about all these men?
No, I've just been studying it for 48 years.
Wow.
But it's fascinating.
You don't even know the words you're using. Huh? What kind of death are you speaking into your life? Somebody, I think it was Sean who just called in and said, you just got to believe in yourself. But if you don't know what believe means and where believe came from, what spell are you casting over your life? The word believe. It's from the root word belie. Belie is Middle English. Belian. Tell a lie about. Accuse falsely. Slander. You see it when you spell it. B-E-L-I-E. L-I-E. Be lie. The lie is a gift from me to you. From Old English, Bellaleogen. Yes, Belliogen. To deceive by lies. From B-E plus L-I-V-E. Be lie. To lie. Tell lies. That is the foundation. That is the foundation of a belief system. How many people are deluded by their belief system, not knowing belief can be broken down to BS? Huh? You trying to BS your partner into believing what you believe about yourself, but what you believe about yourself is a lie. Oh, goodness. Be lie. The root word of the very word believe. What you know about you. This is why the ancients and the masters talked about self-knowledge, to know oneself, not to believe about oneself, to know oneself. Nazarene X, Atlanta, Georgia, get in here.
I'm right there with you, man. All the way.
Oh. Are we cooking tonight?
Yeah. And always with the rarest oil, that hot monkey lava is out shit.
This that hot monkey lava. That's right. Let's go.
Oh man, it's just even that thing of belief. Like that's why I feel like also in hip hop culture, especially real hip hop culture, because it's beyond just rapping. We're talking about pillars and all that. I really love what true MCs do, because it's like the poets, even in one of the pillars of hip hop is slang. Like we as the alchemists that we are, we can take these words that are meant to harm us, or meant to damn us in that same sense. We can go deeper, and discover their true meaning, or even say we can take the power away from somebody else's word, recontextualize it, define it ourselves, and use it for our own good. And we can do that with things that other people tell us, and with that, why can't we do that for things that we are allowing us to tell ourselves?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a really tricky type of thing, but I think there's so much power and truth in
Break out the phone call.
that needs to continue to be focused on. And if I may, I don't want to take up too much time, but I did kind of take a quick note as well, and not to keep it all scripturally, but Christ, to me, he's the one that said, think not that I'm, here to bring peace, but a sword. And even the word sword is where, you can flip it with the letters, and that's the word.
S word. Sword is secret word. Now you can apply that to the secret name of God in the Bible, the Tetragrammaton. Secret word, S word, sword. It's really pronounced sword, but we don't pronounce it that way. We say sword, but it's really sword, which is S word, secret word. Go ahead, brother.
Now I can hear war in that, like sword. Even the enunciation, like, it's vibration. That's a law of nature. Rhythm, vibration. And like when sometimes people can say things to us and it doesn't register, it doesn't feel right. There's a reason for that. All of our words carry a certain frequency.
Mm-hmm.
And there's those things that are below the surface that, and paying attention to, we can take advantage of if we're willing to show up, if we're willing to face it and not deny it.
That's right.
Avoid it.
That's right. That's right. Nazarene X, Atlanta, Georgia. We appreciate you, brother. Thank you for coming in here and cooking with me, man. We got guest chefs from all over the country. If you want to be a guest chef in the Voice of Reason and cook with me, all you got to do is call me at 1-800-920-1580. The phone lines are open, but I want to talk to you. Yes, we still got a lot to talk about. Let's go. Are we on one tonight? Are we on one tonight? Are we on one tonight? Everybody put up an emoji. Everybody put up an emoji. Everybody put up an emoji. Let your emoji speak for you. How do you feel about tonight's topic? How do you feel about tonight's topic? Huh? You still don't get it, True Monger? Call in and ask questions. Could mean that too. Call in and ask questions. True Measy? Where is Zoe Jr.? Ha ha. Y'all saw my youngster with me today. Zoe Jr. Yeah. First off, let me say a lot of women be tripping. Why? I got so many women. So many women have been DMing me about my son. I'm saying, yo, man, that boy 21 years old. That boy is a baby. Don't DM me about my baby. Don't do that. That's my youngster. That's my guy. I'm still cultivating him. I'm still shadow boxing with him. I'm getting him ready. All my sons are handsome. Don't get it twisted. All my sons are handsome. All of them. Somebody said Young Panther looks like Louis Dix. No, he don't. That's funny. That's funny. He got a baby because he's a baby. 21 is really young. He still got a lot to learn, man. He still got a lot to figure out about life. And I'm just happy that he my dad is the only one that can show me. My dad is the one that can help me get there. I'm like, you are motherfucking right. I'm there. Ladies and gentlemen, my playlist is my co-host. We on fire tonight. Thoughts, word, and deed must be in alignment. If your thoughts, words, and deeds are not in alignment, your relationships shall be misaligned. Your dreams, your desires, your goals shall be misaligned. And when there is misalignment, there is a professor called failure. I know you didn't hear that, right? There is the professor called failure who's there to teach harsh experiential lessons. Do you understand? Thought, word, and deed and intention must create congruence. You can't get the congruence of thought, word, deed, and intention unless self-knowledge is cultivated and protected. So then you run into a relationship with all the baggage that comes from your parent, and it's blind baggage that comes from your parental environment, parent and or parents, right? And so you're blind to your baggage You're blind to yourself, and you're speaking spells that call on or that call for the arrival of the ultimate professor, failure. Well, let's get it then. Huh? Fred, get in here. Come on, you was on earlier.
Upside down again.
Oh, okay.
Okay, my bad.
All
Anyway, basically, with yourself, you have to reaffirm with yourself who you are. You know, you have to tell yourself who you are and where you're destined to be.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm a king. I'm a king. Now, my country might be poverty stricken, but I'm still the king. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So every man has to see within himself his true nature. Now, if you're a king, you're gonna have standards like a king.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have no standards, then you really don't have much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what will you do for a Klondike bar?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, some of us ain't gonna dance for no Klondike bar.
Right.
Some of us will stand on what we stand on and die on our beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Now, then again, some of our beliefs are warped, so what are you actually standing on? You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There has to be some kind of foundation on your beliefs, something that is concrete and makes sense. Some logic to it.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
See, not many people, a lot of people is not zoological. You know what I'm saying?
Zoological. I hear you.
Right. You know what I'm saying? We talked about that, your zoological zoo.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
For those who understand the philosophy of zoo.
Let me just say this, Brother Fred. You know I love you, man. And I appreciate you for jumping in here, man. Thank you for the insight. We've got to move forward. But let me just say this. Brother Reggie from Austin, Texas, hold tight. Because, you and I, we go back. We go back and forth. So I'm going to need to hold you just for 1 second. Tonight's topic, toxic manifesting. Toxic manifesting are your prayers, thoughts, and meditations for a better life and relationship being contaminated by your anxiety and fear. Mahatma Gandhi put it this way: keep your thoughts positive, because your thoughts become your words. Keep your words positive, because your words become your behavior. Keep your behavior positive, because your behavior becomes your habits. Keep your habits positive, because your habits become your values. Keep your values positive, because your values become your destiny. Mahatma Gandhi's racist ass. I'm sorry. He was a Brahmin. He didn't like the dark-skinned untouchables. But the irony that MLK would extrapolate from the Hindu belief system, ahimsa, which is the Sanskrit word for nonviolence, and pattern the original civil rights movement off of that concept. He took something very powerful. The reason why I'm pointing this out is because good people say, or bad people can still say great things. Bad people can still say profound things that are useful. But that particular quote is a perfect demonstration of how I'm speaking of congruence. Thought, word, deed, and intention, which are all cultivated by self-knowledge. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. T. Harv Eker. Eker is E-K-E-R. T. Harv Eker. If you see it in your mind, you will hold it in your hand. Bob Proctor. Here's what the Buddha had to say on it. We are shaped by our thoughts. We become what we think. When the mind is pure, Joy follows like a shadow that never leaves. The Buddha. Do you understand? Here's Mahatma Gandhi again. A man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. The Buddha. Since everything is a reflection of our mind, everything can be changed by our mind. See, let me tell you, and I'm going to do this show. One of the greatest breakups in the world you can ever have is with your parents and the belief system they downloaded into you. Huh? Ooh. I know this is deep. You have to understand, praying involves the deeper parts of the brain, the medial prefrontal cortex and the posterior cingulate cortex. The midfront and back portions, says Dr. Spiegel, adding that this can be seen through a magnetic image resonance, or MRI, which renders detailed anatomical pictures. These parts of the brain are involved in reflection and self-soothing. So you need to understand, meditation and prayer can turn off the action portion of your brain and put you into reflection. Now, when you're in the reflection portion of your brain, listen, you're not apt to act. You're not apt to do. You're in a space of reflecting, right? And that lowers stress, right? This is research done by NYU. All this stuff can benefit you, but now you need to understand what words to construct. When we come forward, the voice of reason is talking about these toxic prayers that manifest nothing in your life. When we come forward, we got a lot to talk about. Phone callers, we already coming. I don't know if y'all listening. What the fuck are you saying about your relationship? Hey man, we have $51. We have $51.97. Can I get everybody in here to support me? The callers are light today. I don't know why. Are y'all scared to talk to me? The callers are light. I need people to call in. I need people to share. The callers are light. All right? I'm asking y'all, we got one order of the book. No, we didn't get any orders of the book. We got an order for He is Risen. We got an order for the book He is Risen. I meant for the libido pill He is Risen. We did not get anything for the book. All right? Like I said, man, maybe what I'm saying is cliche. Maybe what I'm saying sounds stupid. Maybe what I'm saying has no value to you. But listen, I've been all over the place, man. I've been all over the country. And everywhere I go, I pick up a book. Everywhere I go, I pick up a book. I go to a bookstore. I look for something to read. I look for something to enhance my mind. I buy books all week. You know, I be reading stuff, right? I stay reading because I see the value in it. I see the value in investing in knowledge. You know, I wish you guys, as a collective, there are many individuals in here that do what they can do. Truemonger, we love you, brother. We love you. We appreciate you beyond your contribution. Beyond your contribution. Listen, Truemonger reached out to me years ago. Do y'all know that? Truemonger, did you tell him? Truemonger reached out to me years ago, sent me some of his shoes. Because Truemonger got his own shoe brand. Some nice leather fly shoes. I promoted his shoes on my radio station. Do you understand? Truemonger go back. Truemonger go back. Do you understand? This is what it is. We got to learn how to support each other, man. India was meant for Indians. You're off topic, Fred. And you wrong. Not only are you off topic, you wrong. Every advanced civilization on planet Earth was created by an everywherean, a melanated person. All knowledge came from us. So don't get it twisted. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. All that knowledge is ours. Don't get it twisted. We are the seed that manifests all that shit. Pangean, everywherean, all Asia, all sub-Asia, whatever you want to call, all that's ours. Don't ever get it twisted. Respect the melanin.
Views 5 years later, and then I got a phone call from a woman saying, your video, The Secret Spells, has 55,000 views. And I said, no, it's over 90. And she said, I mean, since I posted it on the Facebook page of Collective Evolution 3 hours ago. So a lot more people became aware that the language is using us. We are its human instruments, and it is filled with cultural biases as well as words that reflect our innate human wisdom to us, but we've been mostly oblivious to that.
It's almost like we've been deaf to the language that our language has been speaking to us.
Exactly. Well, and look at our word definition. We are deafened by our definitions.
Right.
Or we talk about what a word means, but what does the word mean? And mean has all sorts of nasty connections about behavior, unkindness, shabbiness, and being average. And that is the average on this planet. And my work is about inspiring the best instead of the beast in other people. And a lot of people shoot off their mouths and trash talk other people. And then you've got ugliness in your mouth, a bitter flavor, and it all bounces back because everything reverberates. And so an anthem I wrote for our era several years ago is called Speaking Beauty. And I'd like to share that at some point, but I just want to give the whole point of what my work is. a lot of people, once they see the secret spells of the English language, have you seen it?
I have.
Okay, good. So I share what I call our premier life sentence, and which sounds like a death sentence. And there's actually what's inflicted on children is even worse, but it's not as easily summed up into a single sentence. However, I asked the woman who posted it on that website to post the answer to the problem that the secret spells reveals, and that answer is called Taking Command of the English Language. And it's really quite a nice poem, I have to say, and it references random acts of kindness and acts of senseless beauty, which was a thought a woman had in at a cafe, I think in Sausalito, wrote it on a napkin. It traveled the world, and it still affects people's behavior. And so she never posted it, that second poem, so people are more looking at who did this to us rather than what can we do about it. So I will start with a little bit of my vision statement and then just go into a little rappy riff.
Yeah.
So,
Y'all better understand the importance of words. If you don't know the ingredients to a spell, you don't know what the spell is for. Oh, Lord, I know. I know. And I'm just here to tell you, a friend of mine, PhD brother, love this brother to death. I've worked with him so many times. His name is Furpo Carr. He used to be a spokesman for the Jackson family. He used to be a spokesman for Michael Jackson. Used to be a Jehovah's Witness. When I tell you this brother is a master of words, I want you to get his book. He put together one of the most profound books I've ever read in my life. The book is called Wicked Words, Poisoned Minds. Racism in the Dictionary by Furpo Carr. Furpo took every word from the dictionary and showed its cultural racist bias. White man go to Africa, see some gorillas, which they weren't called gorillas at the time, and says, I'm going to use the Greek word gorilla to describe them. Do you know what gorilla means? Hairy African woman. G-unit. G. That's what a gorilla is, a hairy African woman. Get his book, read it. He broke down the etymology of every word in the dictionary. Wicked words poison minds. How your relationship gonna survive the spells you cast unbeknownst to yourself. 1-800-920-1580. Reggie, Austin, Texas, get in here.
What's up, Zoe? I just want to start with your question, because when I read it, it got me thinking. It says, are the words you're using preventing you from getting what you asked for?
Yes.
And I want to remix that question, because I think a lot of times it isn't the words we use, it's the words we fail to use.
Ooh.
It's the words we're too afraid or too ashamed to use. It's also the words that we fail to say that have power as well. You know, when we fail to speak what's on our minds, when we fail to say what's troubling our spirits, then we give those thoughts power. And we take power away from those thoughts by exposing them. Guilt and shame are like twin terrors, and they keep us in bondage because they keep us from expressing the secret fears that we harbor. So we carry things that we weren't meant to carry, and we harbor thoughts that we weren't meant to hold, because we're too afraid or too ashamed to expose them because of the fear of what we might, what others might think of us, or what others might say, and this and that. And so we're performing for other people, and we're killing ourselves.
Okay, let me, because you're cooking right now, and I got to jump in here. From the etymological root, listen to this. Oh, Lord, think about how your parents guilted you. Whew. Think about how you've been guilted and gaslit in a relationship. Oh, listen to this. From the etymological root, guilt, Old English, guilt, G-Y-L-T, crime, sin, moral defect, failure of duty, of unknown origin, though some suspect a connection to Old English, gilden, to pay for debt. Oh my God. Do you?
Wait a minute. You said gilden, to pay for debt.
To pay for debt. In other words, the person you're guilting, you're asking them to pay for a debt. To you, to somebody. Lord have mercy. Can you imagine a parent that's guilting a child?
Wow.
It's not their debt to pay.
Right.
But you guilt them into pay. Ooh, come on.
Right, into believing that's their stuff, yeah.
Ooh, come on, Reg.
When you read the etymological definition, you said guile. And it's a scripture that they were talking about Jesus. He said that there was no guile in his mouth. Like, there was no guilt in his mouth. So he stood on who he was and for what he stood for, and he didn't get off of that. So he was confident in who he was and what he came to do. I never heard of that etymological root. So I gotta
because you cooking right now. Guile,
Yeah.
the noun is a noun from mid 12th century, from old French, guile. It means deceit, fraud, ruse, trickery. From the Frankish, wagilia. Ooh, wagilia, trick, ruse, or the Germanic source from the Proto-Germanic source, will, W-I-H-L. And then there's another word for it. Watch this. Guile. Wigilia. Sorcery. Witchcraft. Old English, wig, idol, Gothic, ways, holy, German, wayhin, consecrate. Listen, guile is a consecration of trickery.
That says a lot. That says an awful lot. For real. Wow. Okay.
What about when you apply guile to yourself?
And it says, who are you? Who are you for real? Without anything else, without any other, accoutrements or whatever you think you need to have, who are you? What are you standing on? What are you standing for? You ask yourself that question every day, like, who am I?
Right.
Who am I today?
Right. And I'm asking you this, Reggie, because I want to hear, is your relationship representative? Sorcery. Is it guile? Is the mask you wear a form of guile? Talk to us.
Nah, it can't. No, it can't be. Because I can't keep up that role. I can't keep up that role.
No, but it is.
It can't. No, it can't be, man. If it is, then I'd be playing a role, and I wouldn't be myself.
I'm not saying you. You're applying it to you. Anybody who sit here and heard you speak on this show would know, like, no, that ain't Reggie. Okay? But I'm just saying, in general, the relationship representative is a type of sorcery, according to the etymological breakdown of the word guile. Deceit, fraud, ruse, trickery.
That makes sense.
Is it a magic act, Reggie?
Right. That's what I was saying. Yep. Am I trying to fool somebody? Am I trying to fool myself? That's real.
Yeah.
That's absolutely real. Wow.
Now,
Man.
based on all the words we broke down today, Reggie,
Mhm.
I gotta ask you. Brother. How can somebody craft the relationship they want with no knowledge of the words they use and the spells those words are casting?
They cannot. They would be an enemy to themselves, and they'd be a secret enemy to themselves, which is the worst enemy to be. You can't. You can't. Your words are part of your thoughts. Your thoughts are part of your habits. So it's all in one, and you can't get rid of anything. You can't get out of the way of yourself. That's just real. Yeah, it's impossible to do. And you mentioned a few minutes back about thought, word, and deed being in alignment.
Thought, word, deed, and intention.
Okay, thought, word, deed, and intention
Yes.
being in alignment. And I missed the first 5 minutes of the show. Did you start out with Reverend Ike? I
did not.
Okay. I was like, I know he's gonna have Reverend Ike on here. If not in the beginning, somewhere in the show, it's gonna be Reverend Ike, because he said a lot of those things.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I feel you, man. But I'm a Christian, but the Muslims have a prayer, and in it says, "Carry him over my life."
All right.
Yes,
wait. Because I want you to repeat everything you just said, just on the other side. Just hang with me. When we come forward, me and Reggie back in the kitchen, ain't nothing but high-level cookery going on.
The reasons that we're here, the reasons that we fear, our feelings won't disappear. You're listening to
Y'all don't feel like calling tonight? Like, this shit make me sick. I get up, I get hyped for this shit. Where y'all at? Where are y'all at? That's all right. Fuck it. I'm gonna keep cooking. Fuck what you're going through. I know. Got a whole separate conversation going on because they turned this into a regular YouTube show, a place where they can come get their shit off. To me, I see it as a sign of disrespect, to be honest. It's really disrespectful to come in here and have a side conversation. If you want to have a side conversation, man, why don't you DM some motherfuckers and get their number and talk to these motherfuckers privately? Why you got to come in here and turn this shit into a motherfucking nightclub or some shit? This shit is goofy as fuck and it's disrespectful. If you're not on the topic, if you're not on the info, I kindly ask you to get your motherfucking ass out of here. That's what I'm on. Get the fuck out if you're not really down. That's why motherfuckers don't learn shit. Oh, distracted ass, half-minded ass motherfuckers. Pay attention or get the fuck out. That's on my life. Here you go. Hey, forgive the normal human behavior for people to chat. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. Forgive me for my outburst. I just put so much work into it, And then I see people in here. Motherfuckers be in here tripping and shit, man. They be on their own shit. I forgot that this is how YouTube works. Listen here, man. Y'all can keep talking, man. I apologize, man. shit. Listen here, man. I apologize, man. Ladies and gentlemen, the voice of reason. We turned up tonight. This is one of those topics that make you think. If clinicians are telling us that we inherit the communication style of the environment we were raised in, wouldn't it stand, or wouldn't it be a good idea, I should say, to not only investigate how our family communicated, but how they communicated with each other, but the words they used? Wouldn't it stand to reason to discover the words we are using? Somebody in the video, I forgot the young lady's name. The first video we played, Laurel Arica. In the book, she said, awake is where we go, right, to see a dead body at awake. Isn't it ironic that they're pushing a woke culture right now? Huh? That's interesting. Isn't it interesting? Watch this. Ooh, watch this, because I'm going to flip it all the way back on you. In order to become awakened or awake, you must die. Did y'all know that? You got to die to the ego. You got to die to fear in order to become awakened, enlightened, right? The Buddhists call it moksha. They don't call it nirvana. The Hindus call it nirvana. The Buddhists call it moksha, enlightenment. That's diamond. Exactly, Nazarene X. The first time I saw that was in a book written by some scientists that were studying the Hindu guru Satya Sai Baba. And they said, these are scientists, like these are not lay people who want to worship and follow a Hindu guru. These are actual scientists. And I read about this in a book called The Holographic Universe by Michael M. Talbot. And they are telling the story of when they met Satya Sai Baba. And they said Sai Baba manifested, right? I read this in the 90s. Said he manifested, Reggie, I'm still with you, hold tight, I got to do this. Said he manifested a diamond And they said it was like a rock. I think they did the whole breakdown. It was like 98 carats or something crazy. Manifested a giant diamond. And then he gave it to them. Then he took it back and said, wait a minute, hold on. Close it in his hand, open his hands again, and it was inside of a locket. And inside the diamond was a picture of him. And they said, man, how can you do, what in the world? How did this happen? How are you able to do this? How come we can't do it? One of the things he said, we're both like matches. The only difference is my match is lit. Then he also said, your mind has to die. This is why I gave you a diamond. Die mind. So in order to awaken, you must die to certain things. And this is why we go to a wake. Oh, Lord, 1-800-920-1580. We turned up right now. Let me get Reggie back in here. Reggie, you got to stay with me you got to stay with me a segment or so, okay? So just bear with me, brother. Bear with me. I wanted to tell you that because we're getting close to our little break here. But listen to me, man. Don't leave me, you understand? Because we cooking right now. All right. So listen, when we come forward, I want y'all to understand. My brother Reggie and I are going to get deep on this topic as if we weren't already deep. In a recent study conducted by NYU Langone Medical Center, members of Alcoholics Anonymous were placed in an MRI scanner and then showed, drinking related images to stimulate cravings. It worked, which sounded pretty cruel. I'm going to stop right there. When I come forward, I'm going to hit you with the rest of it. He not speaking yet. I'm going to turn him up. I'm on it today.
That's what he told reporters Monday at the White House when asked about his 2024 plans. This comes after several reports invited the police of
This motherfucking show is flying. Is this crazy or no? Ime Udoka back in the game. Hey, wait till y'all see. Wait till y'all see Wednesday's topic. It's really gonna fuck you up. You want me to tell you what Wednesday's topic is? Are y'all ready for Wednesday's topic? Do you want me to tell you what it is? You gotta ask for Wednesday's topic. You gotta ask for it. Do y'all really want me to tell you what Wednesday's topic is? When I tell you, you gotta get everybody in here. Y'all gotta show me that you want to hear this topic. Ooh, shit. Are y'all really ready for Wednesday's topic? Oh my fucking goodness. Listen, all weekend long, I've been working on topics, acting a complete fool. Wednesday's topic From bitches to witches, aka witches with attitudes. Oh, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh Lord. Oh no, y'all not ready. Y'all not ready for this mo. Y'all from bitches to witches, aka witches with attitudes. Oh shit. This shit about to be different. Ooh. Ooh. It's an etymological term too. And we're going to talk about where the Europeans stole it from, where it's originally from. And I'm bringing in sisters who have intimate knowledge. Ooh. I can't give up too much. We're not talking about Wiccan. We're not talking about them. Those are the usurpers. Those are the ones who demonized it. This shit about to be different. Witches with attitudes. From bitches to witches. Oh God. Most of y'all great grandmamas. Most of y'all great great grandmamas was witches. Oh, you didn't know that, did you? I know. Because you got a European mind. Oh, this shit about to be different. This shit about to be, boy, this shit about to hit so motherfucking hard. A bruja. Yeah. Ooh-wee. Y'all know I hate smells. These motherfuckers run through about 35 cans of this shit a week, fucking with me. I think so. I think Lysol should sponsor this motherfucker. We're at 61.97 if anybody cares. If anybody cares, we're at 61.97. That's European ghetto gourmet. I'm going past them. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, DMX asked for a sign. My playlist is my co-host. Tonight we on fire. I'm just talking to y'all, man. I'm not asking you to believe a single word I'm saying. I'm asking you to do the research. Jesus. How was the word contaminated in its translation? In ancient Hebrew, there are no J's. Right? The name is Yeshua, which is an abbreviated version of Yehoshua. Yehoshua is where we get Joshua. Both mean the same thing. Jesus is a contamination of the actual word in Hebrew. Yah-shua. Yah-o-shua. Savior. Oh, Savior. Every name in the Bible is not actually a name. It's a title, a descriptor. It's an adjective explaining what this person is here to do. Yah-shua. Oh, Savior. From Yehoshua, which means the same thing. But by the time the Greeks and the Romans and the Latins got it, what happened? Jesus, from their Greek word, Iesus. The root word of Iesus, sus, S-U-S, means swine, pig. Do you think they did that on purpose? You know, Jesus did miracles where he cast demons into pigs. So would you encode a holy name like Yeshua and turn it into Jesus? Iesus is the Greek word, but you don't know the words. You don't know what they mean. You don't know what accidental spells you're casting by oh, Lord, okay. Let me get Reggie back in here. Reggie!
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, brother, we in here right now. We cooking, bro.
Cool. Man, I remember when I was 13, I met Louis Farrakhan. Wonderful brother, and he prayed. He said, oh Allah, my life, my death, and my prayers are all for you, Lord of the worlds, and beside you there is no other. And he was saying that everything you have is, if everything you have is working in the same direction, and it's working in concert, then you really can do some damage. You really can make some change. And that just made a lot of sense to me. So my thoughts have to work for me. My deeds have to work for me. My intentions, my words, all of those things have to work in the same direction, and I could actually go somewhere. Mm-hmm. That really made a lot of sense to me. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, am I an enemy to myself because my words don't match my deeds? Am I an enemy to myself because my prayers don't match my intentions? Like, all of those things have to flow in the same direction. And I remember, when was it? It was Frederick Douglass. He said, my prayers began to work for me when I began to pray with my feet.
Ooh, come on, brother.
That makes sense, bro. That makes a lot of sense. Like, you just can't pray with your mouth. You have to pray with everything that you have.
Everything that you are. Yes.
Everything that you are. And it has to work for you. If it doesn't work for you, if your beliefs don't work for you on any level, you're not moving in the direction and at the speed that you could. And that's a waste of time.
Brother, you know? I don't think you understand how much I appreciate you, brother. If you ever come to California, you just come on, you come down to the cigar lounge, and I get you a cigar, brother, because I appreciate your consistent quality contributions to what we speaking on. Do you understand? I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much.
You too.
Yes, sir. Love you, man. Love you. Spell. The word spell itself. Listen. The verb. Early 14th century, spelling. Read letter by letter, write or say the letters of. Circa 1400. Form words by means of letters. We are spelling, we are casting spells. Said in most etymology sources to be from Anglo-French espeller, right? Old French espeller, to mean signify, explain, interpret, also spell out letters, pronounce, recite. The French word is from Frankish, spellon, to tell. Do you understand what they did to the black slave women that came here in America? Do you understand what they did to the slave sisters? The slave sisters got together and spoke in their tongue, and they spoke with power, and they cast spells on the slave master. And once the slave master understood, whoa, this is coming from the mouths of the slaves, they making us sick. They started to put those, they used to cover their mouths with some type of apparatus. And then the European fashion designer has the nerve to put that image on a shirt or something. Come on, man. Come on. Do y'all understand? If you want to break out, you're going to have to do some real research and find out the spell you are casting on your life. You got to do it. Through prayer, through rumination. You are a walking prayer based on what you think and say on a daily basis. Oh, Lord, Fred doesn't call back in. Fred, Northridge, California, get in here.
Yeah, can you hear me?
You got to turn down your whole.
Yeah,
You got. Hey, hey, Fred. Fred.
Okay.
Fred. Turn everything down, Fred. You can't listen to the TV and be on the radio at the same time, Fred. You know the rules.
Okay. Is that it?
There you go.
Okay. So the things you're talking about is basically centuries old, man. And a lot of people aren't that deep. You know, some people are just awakening to some of this information. And, you know, you say you read a lot of books. I mean, that's the key to your knowledge, bro, is that you pick this stuff off that's not on the normal trail. You know, you're not going to find out this type of information watching the Idiot Box. I don't care if you do have YouTube. They gonna filter out what they want you to know anyway.
Right.
I mean, every time you get to cooking on your show and about to take us to the next level, you know, YouTube always find a way to, you know, sidetrack your endeavor.
But we also live on KBLA Talk 1580, brother. It ain't just YouTube.
I know that too.
Yeah, man. We live on KBLA Talk 1580, bro. Yeah.
That's why I have everything on. I mean, I got 5 phones on right now. I'm texting you on one. I'm watching you on the big screen. I'm talking to you on my phone. I mean, I'm utilizing this technology so that, you know, I can get around these little. It's funny how when I try to get your show, I have all this interference with retry this and you ain't hooked up to that and this and that. It's always your show. Everything else I try to get on YouTube, it comes in nice and
Break out the phone call.
interference whatsoever. But every time I try to get into your show, plug into your show, it's always some, you know, the effery. It's always something. And, you know, I just feel like it's a conspiracy to keep us from finding true enlightenment. And, you know, but we just go ahead and we stick to it. We do this every night.
I got you, Fred, and I appreciate you, brother. I love you for calling in one more again. But let me get back to cooking. I appreciate the call.
Yeah, go and cook, man. Go and fire up that damn some stuff.
Yes. Now listen. Prayer and meditation. Yes. Prayer and meditation can work. Sometimes you got to get outside your mind. Sometimes you got to get outside your trauma. Sometimes you got to get outside your fear. Did you know researchers from Baylor University found that people who pray to a loving God and protective God are less likely to experience anxiety related disorders such as worry, fear, self consciousness, social anxiety, and obsessive compulsive behavior, compared to people who pray but don't really listen, compared to people who pray but don't really expect to receive any comfort or protection from God. Understand this, you got two types of people out there. There are people out there who have an ideation and a belief system that God is loving and protective. Then you have a fear-based mindset. Didn't I tell you don't want to put fear in your thoughts? You got a fear-based mindset. Those people believe God to be vengeful, right? Those people see God as vengeful, as hurtful. If I don't do right, they scared of God, right? Or if I don't do right, God gonna come get me. They got those people praying. And those people infuse fear and anxiety into their prayer. Could that be an encumbrance? I just want to know. Somebody call me at 1-800-920-5080. When I come forward, Zoe Williams is going to keep cooking on this topic.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
Governor Newsom.
Y'all fuck with what I'm doing? Do y'all fuck with what I'm doing? Y'all fuck with what I'm doing? Are we hot? Hey, let me say this, man. Brother Heru, you are more than a man of your word, brother. You not somebody who just talk. You walk. And I'm gonna say this to you right now. Thank you. Listen to what I'm saying to you, brother. Thank you. But you ain't got to do that. I want you to step away from putting it all out there. Do you understand what I'm saying? By right, you should not be the only one to show up. If I ask for 3 and you give 100, you gave for basically 20, 30 people. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not talking about the Salem witch trials. I need you to focus, Fred. But I'm just saying, man, I appreciate the guys who come in and lay out big bucks, Jay Kofa, of course, Heru Ali, Chitlin Pimp. I appreciate that. But for me, it's more impactful when everybody lifts together. Oh no, brother, you know I respect the gift. No, 100%. 100%. But I'm just saying you shouldn't have to do it by yourself if you hear what I'm saying. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying, though? Ghetto Gourmet, you shouldn't have to do it by yourself. Do you understand? And you've done it on numerous occasions, brother. And I'm just here to say thank you. I appreciate you. You are loved, but you shouldn't have to do it by yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is not me saying I'm disrespecting the gift, because I'm not. I'm acknowledging, brother, in these hard times, a C note is that's a real fucking commitment, dog. And I appreciate you for it. Shouldn't have to do it by yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, that's Wale. Thank God. My playlist, man. It's a real situation. Researchers at Baylor looked at the data of 1,714 volunteers who participated in the most recent Baylor Religion Survey. They focused on general anxiety, social anxiety, obsession, and compulsion. Their study entitled Prayer, listen, because we've been talking about this for a year and some change now. And now it's going over into prayer and religion. Their study entitled Prayer, Attachment to God, and Symptoms of Anxiety-Related Disorders Among U.S. Adults is published in the journal Sociology of Religion. For many people, God is a source of comfort and strength, says researcher Matt Bradshaw, PhD. And through prayer, they enter into an intimate relationship with him and begin to feel secure attachment. Does that sound familiar? Secure attachment? John Bowlby attachment styles from early childhood? Okay, cool. Y'all have heard that. Feel a secure attachment. When this is the case, prayer offers emotional comfort, resulting in fewer symptoms of anxiety disorders. Some people, however, have formed an avoidant or insecure attachment to God, explains Bradshaw. This means that they do not necessarily believe that God is there for them. Prayer starts to feel like an unsuccessful attempt at having a close relationship with God. Feelings of rejection or unanswered prayers may lead to severe symptoms of anxiety-related disorders, he says. The findings add to the growing body of research confirming a connection between a person's perceived relationship with God and mental and physical health. Psychosomatic attachment theory. Man, every time I pray to God, he don't give me what I want. Insecure, avoidant attachment style. If you got it with your relationship with God, how you not gonna have it with your intimate partner? Okay. C. Porter, Los Angeles, California. Get in here.
I know you about to close the kitchen down, man, but I want to ask for myself and for the people to continue to bring it as a series, man. We need this.
Thank you,
life is in the power of the tongue. You know, they done had us mixed up for years. Sticks and stones may break our bones, but words will hurt us.
Yes.
So keep it cooking, brother. Man, mic drop, man.
Hey, C. Porter, we appreciate it. LA in the building because of you. Thank you, fam. We appreciate you. If you want to bring your city in the building, you know the routine. Call me at 1-800-920-1580. Tiffany, Atlanta, get in here.
Hey, so really quickly, and speaking about what it is that you just went over about the attachment styles when it comes to the relationship with God.
Yes.
Now, I had a particular attachment style when it came to God, always feeling like I was a burden to him, right? And so because of that, like, I would never, like, outright pray to him. I would never really, like, celebrate in the blessings that he would give me, because it was always that, God, like, I'm up right now, but you know what happens when I'm down all the time. So I flipped everything, right?
But wait, stop.
Mm-hmm.
Just listen to the spell you're casting. Deconstructed. How can you be a burden to the infinite
Okay, so that's what I was getting into, that I don't feel that way anymore.
Okay, cool. Because what? Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah, so like, I understand. Last few minutes. I'm going to wrap it up.
Okay.
But ultimately, I felt that way because of my attachment styles, you know, pretty much without me, like, you know, with other people. And so ultimately, I had to flip that. But I wanted to get your opinion on what it's like when you finally come into that power and to where you gain that particular strength from God, right? And you apply that strength, and then everything around you begins to somewhat crumble. And I wanted to see, like, what is your opinion on that? And do you look at that as a way of God being like, yeah, all of this around you, you may want, but not?
Listen, when you're on the other side of the end zone, in other words, when you've scored spiritually, the stuff you've been through loses its meaning. It only means something when you're in it. When you've reached enlightenment, when you've reached a state of communion with the foundational source of all that is, anything you've been through loses its meaning. English is one of the most bastardized languages on the planet Earth. And don't listen to nobody that say, it don't matter what the word mean, it's how I feel in my heart. That's a justification for not knowing. Look up them words and see what they really saying. Don't act like you don't still spell. Listen, I started the conversation. You ain't gotta agree, but guess what? It's on you to finish it. When I come forward, it'll be tomorrow. But tonight, my brother Danny Morrison about to jump in here and keep this fire lit. The voice of reason.
Come on, little nigga. Y'all know. SLP that may not be out for months. Unless they want to feature, they don't reach out for months. I may not.
Woo! Hot monkey lava. Fire in the minds of men. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. You know your brother gotta go. Deuces.